Hi everybody, it's Julie. Welcome to the Messy Desk. Today I wanted to go over the items that I've already made for the challenge. We'll go through the list. And at the end of the video, I will make or remake a couple of the items. So stay tuned for that. Some of these items we made during the gathering, and unfortunately those videos are not available right now, and I'm working on getting them so that they can go back up. So we are trying to do that. Hopefully I'll be able to do it before the end of the month, but it is an extra thing that I now have to do along with what I normally do. So we're going to go ahead. We'll do this in alphabetical order because this is the ABC, the April ABC Junk Journal Challenge from Dear Julie Julie. Some of these, I do have the videos. They're in the playlist, the April ABC 2024 playlist in the description box down below. And so we're going to start with this one. There is a video for this, the Accordion trifold paper. Okay, and I did mine out of one of the mini tag pages, okay, from the butterfly garden kit, I believe. No, this is Patreon. This is Patreon right here. Okay, so I used the Patreon page. I added a sticker. I've got my gold antique brass metallic wax on here, and inking. And then we added a little card here with washi and a sticker, and that's in that side. Here I have a ticket with a washi stamp on it. I used some of my favorite dictionary, and over here on this side I have a little tag. Okay, so it has its 3 items added to it, and literally it's an accordion fold. It's a trifold paper, and then you need to decorate it. Okay, so trifold paper, so you can journal in here and all that. Okay, so next is our book page pockets. Any type of pocket that you want to make out of book pages. I made my favorite where you fold it over, and then I did a collage, which, you know what, while we're here, we can go ahead and mark some of these things off this list. So this is our other ABC list. And some of them are going to be on that other page probably. Okay, so we have to use at least one time all these ABC items. And so, yeah, so that's collaged. So I can mark that off. Let's get a different pen. How about the rocket pen in green? No, got to put the pink one. Well, let's just do pink. Okay, so here we go. And I'm going to circle it. Okay, so I did collaged, and I have bling. I used bling, and my paper is aged. Okay, so those 3 things I have already taken off. And so, yeah, so we'll be going through this and marking these things off as well. I'm looking real quick to see if anything else is off of here. We have ripped here. Okay, as long as it's not part of the definition of the element that you're making, you can take it, you can count it. Okay, let's see, this one's not sewn, it's not an x-ray, not a wiggle, vindo under tied, scrappy. Okay, so we're good here. Okay, so there you go. This, and so I made this one, I believe, for the video, and this one I made at Big Mama's, and there's my jigsaw puzzle piece. Okay, I bought a little jigsaw puzzle, and I passed those around at the gathering so everybody would have one. Real quick, while we're here, you guys, we had a really fun little thing. Kat had sent a some paper, some hair clips, and we found them at after we did her box. We found the hair clips, and so I passed those around, and we did a challenge where you use the hair clip. And so this was my hair clip. So that's my clip in. Okay. And yeah, and April showed those to us on Friday. But yeah, so there's the clip in. So I get to mark that off. And okay, so back to our regular list. Sorry about that. Okay, book page pockets, we just did. So coin envelope with a policy closure. So these are our 2 book page envelopes. This one, it has staples, it has the tape. I made a little tag and put that in there. It's got the bling, and one of the DearJulieJulie digital on this one is the butterfly. The DearJulieJulie digital on this one is the actual base of the element, okay? And the DearJulieJulie here is half of a butterfly, okay? The coin envelope policy closure, and we made those, I did this on a video. And so mine is set up to be journaling space, okay? Mine is set up to be journaling space. And also a pocket right here is the way that I'm figuring that I'm going to use it. I used these pieces of greenery here, and they just make it so easy to turn that around. Okay, so I'm looking, and there's the DearJulieJulie. Okay, so yeah, it can be as simple as adding a butterfly or one of the small postcards. Digital diagonal peekaboo tuck, and so I took the digital and I fussy cut it. We gave it, this is what we are calling a peekaboo tuck. Kathleen gave us that name in one of her videos back a while ago, and so yeah, so there's that one that I made. And then I also have one in my journal. I just need to decorate that. Okay, this one I did these things while I was at the gathering, and so but this one I had done before. So it's got the bling, the flower. It has the DearJulieJulie digital. It has the antique brass and a sticker out of the emerald embellishment kit. And so I have a double-sided page here. This is also from the Patreon, their butterfly kit from March. Okay, so digital diagonal peekaboo tuck. The next one that we have already done is okay, so the envelope with kite, fold, and mystery. You can go back and find that from last month. I will be doing it. Have not done it yet for this month, but it you can search DearJulieJulie envelope with kite, or just search DearJulieJulie kite. There's going to be other videos because I've done other things, because kite is a K word, and when we do the alphabet things, that's one of the K's that we use. Okay, next is our flip-flop folio insert. And so what we have here, and I used this button. This was from the gathering. The ribbon was from the gathering, and I used that as a fold over tie. Okay, so it goes like this, and that's my closure. Okay, I thought it was kind of fun, kind of different. Oh, we're compromised. Okay, so this envelope that I've used here, Big Mama gave me a tour of her craft room, and this envelope and another piece that you'll see in here were in there, and they're perfect for my journal. So yeah, they're in here. So the first part of my flip-flop folio, so you're making a folio, and it is to have a flip-flop in it. Okay, so I have a flip-flop here, and what I did was I added these pages on top, but the book page is the flip-flop. Okay, and so if you want to see how to make a flip-flop, you can research, or you can search Dear Julie Julie flip-flop. There are so many that you're going to see. But this one, we're just putting this somewhere in our, it's a flip-flop folio insert. So it's the whole piece is the way I did it. I have the envelope coming over, and it's my grungy front. Because, you know, I was using a Big Mama envelope. I needed to make sure that I honored the grunge. And this is the other side of the envelope. And this was one of the papers that came in one of my my packages that I received from the gathering. And why doesn't it want to come out? Well, so really pretty. And I just went ahead and added that in there. And then this is one of the beautiful masterboards that April had, and so I used that. Okay, so that's my other piece, and they're connected together with that envelope, which is now a double tuck. Okay, so it's a double tuck, and we can go ahead and add something here and add something here. I have one of the butterflies, like the Patreons got in their kit, and then a piece of a ticket here. Okay, so also added a belly band here from my wrapping paper, and then this was one of the cutoffs from one of the papers that I'm using. Okay, so flip-flop folio is what this is called. I'm going to go ahead and distress that down there. I'm ripping it. And up here, just so that I can get my paper in and out. Okay, and then I had this beautiful trim from the gathering that I used. Okay, so there's that, and around, that is my flip-flop folio insert. I'll be making that again, because that was made during the live. Okay, the gatefold pocket folio, you'll see that soon. The hidden journaling card, you've seen me make those before. If I get a chance at the end here, I'll make one real quick. Invitation enclosure. So this is the one that I made. It is a card that I bought these cards at the flea market while we were there at the gathering. And I used some of the Sari Silk. I think this came from Mimi. There's a tea bag here and the Dear Julie Julie digital. This is a piece off of one of the other things that I had ripped off. We've got some of the, what was it? It was an heirloom book, or what do they call that? Family history, genealogy book. And so there's a piece of that and some bling. And so your invitation enclosure, it has some type of paper. It can be tissue paper. It can be vellum, some parchment paper, okay? And so this is going to just be held in. And like on a fancy invitation, how it has this, and then you have another page, and then you have some more of of that. Mine is held in with washi and glue, and I did add one of the stickers behind here, and I used a dictionary page there. Okay, but that is my invitation enclosure. Okay, so, and I guess I'll be making another one of those as well. Okay, junk mail flap up with window page. Pockets with okay, wait a minute. With window page. Okay, so I have this beautiful, this awesome envelope, and Bonnie had brought these. So I added the ticket. I ripped it in half, added it to the two sides. I had taken the numbers off the top and the bottom. I almost always do that because I like to use them somewhere else. This is from a really grungy tea bag. Here's one of the butterflies that I've been using throughout. And there's the window. Okay. And so I chose to make this my stationary decoration. And then we have this beautiful tag and some Sudoku behind it on the other side. So there's the other part of the ticket. And this was in one of my packets. So I used that to be in the window. This is from some wrapping paper that was in my mom's stash. This is from the Patreon Emerald, and so is this Sudoku puzzle right here. So I use that. You saw that if you saw yesterday's live video, I used this to make a belly band, and I put a big butterfly, a big one of these butterflies, not the huge, but the big one, and I made a belly band, build a belly band out of that. Okay, so that can go in there. I'm gonna need something to go in here eventually. So here's my Dear Julie Digital. Here's one of the awesome tea bags. Big Mama, actually, she handed me this tea bag and she goes, you need to use this. Look at this or something. And so I used it just as it was. I went ahead and it's cut right here. And then this was from the Friday freebie. And I had backed all my Friday freebie with a scrapbook paper, and I had stitched around all of them, and I took them with me to the gathering, and so that goes right in there. Okay, now this can go in your journal as a page. You can go ahead and make it, you can turn it the other way, and it can clip on the side of a page. Okay, so you can go ahead and clip it in, or you can go ahead and take it and it can sit inside of a pocket. So yeah, so that is our junk mail flap up with window page, and there we go. Okay, next is our keeping place and pocket. And so this was the other piece that Big Mama gave me from her stash. And she had taken a coffee filter and made this wonderful little envelope pocket. And I was like, that is the perfect keeping place. I added this butterfly moth to it. I love that her napkin that she used had a butterfly. And then she used some of that awesome gold sprinkly paint that she adds water to. And I found that at Walmart when I was in Kansas City. When I was in Missouri. But I didn't buy it because I was afraid to bring it home on the plane and have it break, because but I'm going to be looking for it. It was awesome to see her use that. So yeah, so this is the inspiration for the one that I chose. I already knew I was making a keeping pocket. A keeping pocket is a pocket that closes. Okay, so instead of it just being a pocket, it's actually a pocket that closes. It can be an envelope. it can be one that you make, one that you, you know, just an envelope, but and then it needs to be decorated. So this is the one that I made. There's my coffee filter, and it can either be made with this on the outside, or you can bring the pieces across like this and have those be on the outside. And so here's the Dear Julie Julie digital. Added some bling, some fabric. This is one of my butterfly English scrap. And the Patreons received this, the Emerald Patreons, and there's some more of that genealogy book. So, and this was a coffee filter, okay? So I made my keeping place out of a coffee filter, and Big Mama shared that with us at the gathering. So hopefully we'll get to see those again. Okay, so next I have, the layered, ripped, slotted pockets page. Okay, so this is a page. We made this just a couple days ago, and it's the one I made, and I did a double page, okay? Yours only needs to cover one page, or you can make it on your page. Okay, so so the video is there. I used some of the Tim Holtz vellum, some paper from one of the packets that I got. This was, Tara gave us this at the gathering, and I had some sewing pattern. Here's my Dear Julie Julie digital. I used it as a tab. I added a sticker, and I did sew around the outside. So, layered slotted page is because instead of gluing across the bottom of each pocket, these are left open. They're slotted, left open, so that you can put a larger piece behind it. When you watch this video, you'll see that this page only goes to here. I didn't want to waste all that awesome tissue that she had brought us. And so now I have 3 pockets for each side. So yours can, you know, it only needs to cover one side. You can make it a panel that you then, you tip it in to your journal. If you've already sewn your journal together, several of you may have already sewn your journal together. And so you can do it as a tip-in like I've done here. If you see this line right here, I have tipped in this page. It is a wrapping paper page that I added the piece from the Emerald kit, and then I made a little flip on it, but I put it in after, okay? So it was a tip in here. So it's going to be okay if you don't have, you don't make yours a page and then put it in. You can make a page and add it as a tip in, okay? I have a similar thing going on over here, but it's only 2 and it's not ripped. And the layered ripped slotted pockets page was what it's supposed to be. And it is supposed to be at the diagonals. And yeah, so it kind of looks like a mountain range or a grassy hill field. And so yeah, so the next thing, and this is my journal that I've been, someday I'll get this finished, hopefully very soon. So next is our Masterboard, 8 by 10 or larger. So this is mine, and I've used wrapping paper, doily, coffee dyed paper. There's some coffee filter or tea bag on here. There's Dear Julie Julie digitals. I think those might have been from, they were either from the Friday freebie or from the Patreon. I also used some dictionary and some more of the genealogy, and these long lined pieces are from the scraps that were left over from the scrapbook paper. Okay, so there's my Masterboard, and you just need to make the Masterboard and then turn it into something that you can use. And it can be larger, so you could have your Masterboard, make it, and have that be the cover for your journal if you wanted it to be. Okay, so that's my Masterboard. Notes with ripped book edge pockets. And so if you saw yesterday's video, I made one of those so that you could see what they were. This one, the one from yesterday, I backed it with book page and then with the paper that I'm using for the journal that or the little folio thing that we made yesterday. So this is the little folio that I've been making, and I'm going to be working on that with the Patreons today in their Thursday Craft and Chat. So after Thursday Craft and Chat, we go ahead and talk about what to bring for Friday, for the Friday Freebie Fun Day. And so really quick, I'll show you. This is Friday's freebie. And I'm going to show you several ways to use this. And so, you know, it's a Times Weekly edition from 1911. And I thought it was really cool because it had letters like this. That's what I saw, I saw the ABCs. And over here, it's telling you it's got London hotels and foreign hotels, which I thought was cool. That's something you'd be able to use in other things. And then here we've got the months of the year on the side of a file folder. And I thought that was really cool because of the letters. Again, because we're doing the ABC challenge. And then the grungy box. I just thought they were really cool. So, yeah, so we're going to be using those for a variety of things on Friday at our Friday Freebie Fun Day. You can get the links to where you can get the freebie in the description box down below. Okay, so our note paper with, let's put this back over here. Our note paper, notes with ripped book page edges. So a grocery list, some kind of note. In the video, we took the one off of Big Mama's refrigerator. So we asked. So there you go. But so we have a list. And we backed it with book page, and then we backed that. That was the one from yesterday. This list page was also in the Emeralds Ephemera pack that they received for March. I added the Dear Julie Julie. Both of these are from the Friday freebies from while I was gone. And we've got dictionary. We have a piece of Big Mama's quilt pieces, and there's a story to those. So if you can see the chat for the day we did the quilted, she chatted a little bit about that in there. So yeah, so I've got stitching, I've got tickets, I've got fabric. This is some really cool ribbon that was at the gathering, and I added that to the top. And down here, so we have edge and edge, book page edge, ticket. This is made into a pocket with our little card inside. And so this is the one that will go in here. This one goes in my folio that we made yesterday. Okay, let's not get run over by that. Okay, so next, notes. Over the page waterfall notes, okay? And so these are our over the page waterfall notes. I, again, used one of the cards that I got at the flea market while I was there. The bling, the tea bag, a Dear Julie Julie digital, and this. And then for this side, I have the tea bag and the digital, and there's where I've taken, you know, the numbers off. Some bling, one of the list pages. This is Dear Julie Julie digital page, and this is the page from the Emeralds ephemera pack. I took one with me, and I had one here to work with the emeralds. So so this is one of the pieces that I took with me. And then you can also go all the way up to there. So the way this one works in my journal, and my journal is taller than the 8x10, is you take your card, okay? Take the card, and you can just go ahead and fold it over. You can clip it in if you think you need to when you're going through. You might look and say, oh, well, when I turn the page, you know, it turns better with this on this side. So just make sure that when you're making it, that it's going to fit into your journal. So that is my over the page waterfall notes. We've done this before, but this time what I did different was I used a card that I had bought, and then I attached my waterfall on the other side, and they're just attached to the top, no extra folding or anything. I just attached them. Okay, let's see, pair of pockets on a panel. So this is an idea that Jessica at Paper Terrace has done this forever. It's probably one of her favorites, is to add 2 envelopes diagonally like this in a page, and then put things in the envelopes. And you can have your flaps up or your flaps down. And I filled this with things that were in my packaging, okay? So this was in my packaging. There's a card from this is from the Emerald Ephemera Kit for March. So the Emerald Patreons get an ephemera kit each month mailed to them. And so, yeah, I'll show you their April one here in just a moment. They've received that. So I used the envelopes that were in my package. So somebody sent in one of the packages envelopes that were, oh no, this one was a square. This one was the envelope. And I took the envelope and put it on top of my square, and I just, did I punch? Yeah, I punched with the hole punch. I punched a hole where the folds would be. That's what I did. So I took the envelope piece, the envelope template, I laid it over the top of the square, and then I punched those places, and then that's how I got my fold down here. That's right. So I have that beautiful trim here. I also have it here going across and holding this closed, and I added the sticker from the embellishment kit, and this from the embellishment kit. And I think I still need to put, oh, this one's got something in it. Also from my paper kit. It was amazing that the packages that I received had colors in it that I could use with my journal. So you see, I've put this onto a page. Now I'm going to be able to take this page and put it directly into my journal. Okay, so finding a place. Probably want to cover a white space, and that can go right in there. It can just be put in. It can be put in and be a pocket on the side or on the top. It could be put in as a tip in, and And also, so yeah, so you can make your page requirements on a panel so you can add them to the journal, especially because this challenge this time, you're able to use a journal that you already started, so it probably is already sewn. And so any of these page requirements, you can go ahead and put the page in this time as a tip in. Okay, so there's that. I'm going to put this, oh, we'll leave it in the pile. Okay, so next on our list is quilted page of tags 8 by 10 or larger. And you guys saw me do this earlier this week. These are the amazing quilted pieces that Big Mama had available for us to use. And so for the one that I made, I went ahead and we'll go ahead and kind of try and piece it back together so you can see what it looked like. Okay, so there is a video of this. So I glued the quilt pieces down, and then I cut them. Okay, so in the video you see I cut them, and I sewed around them, and then I added their decoration. At the gathering, Sharon had asked, well, what do we do about the quilted page? And I was like, well, Big Mama has those quilted pieces over there. I think that they would be awesome. And so she did that. She put them on a page. So want to make sure that she gets credit for the idea. And so there you go. Quilted page of tags 8 by 10 or larger. So you make the page, and then you can turn them into a page for your journal. It could be the cover for your, to make a beautiful cover. It could be the cover for your journal. It could be tags like I did. It does need to be pieces. So quilted, because of the texture. So if you don't have quilted pieces or you don't want to make them, then you quilt or do patchwork. So patchwork piecing. So you put the pieces together. And several people said, oh, I don't have any fabric. And so I said, okay, go ahead and do paper. But you're doing paper piecing. This is not your Masterboard. This is doing like paper piecing, where a Masterboard is collaging. Okay, so you're paper piecing. So that is the quilted page of tags. Then we have a real simple one, a round tag with a pocket. Okay, so my pocket is out of the wallpaper. I used book page, and I think, was this, I can't remember if I used the top from the ribbon. No, I probably not because of this. But I did, or did we have a circle? I don't remember. I made this at the gathering. But sometimes when I do these, I take like the ribbon, and you go ahead, put it down, trace it, and then you can get a circle. Or like this one would be good. So, yeah. So, wrapping paper. This is from the tea bag. There's the Dear Julie digital. You've got a ticket. You have a jigsaw puzzle piece. And this is from a little Post-it note kit that I had. And then I made a ticket to go in the pocket. So there's my round. That would be our R. So we have not made our S yet. Our T was our tall pocket tag from an envelope. And this one, I had seen Edith from Scrapbooking with Me do something similar to this. And so I'm going to have to show you how I did it. It's one whole large junk mail envelope is what I used. But you need a tall envelope. I did one with windows. I went ahead and I pieced scraps around my windows. This is flipped up. This is left open, so you've got a place that you can tuck something in there. Okay, so that is left open. I think this goes in the flip-flop thing, folio. You have a pocket here. Let's see. You have a pocket here. You have a tuck space here. And then at the top, you have a place for a large tag. I chose the one with the wrapping paper. I have this great calendar on the back. There's some of that ribbon, the Dear Julie Julie digital, the ticket, more of the ticket down here on the flap. Okay. And then you turn this over, and I had another one of the lists. I did let this paper come over to this side to give it that edge, and in here we have a little file tag. Okay, so you got a file in this pocket and this here. So I'll be making this so that I can give you all the dimensions and how we actually made that. So that's the tall pocket tag from an envelope. We have not made the under over flip. We've not made the vellum edge, the wallet folio insert. Somebody actually made that, but I did not. I didn't make it yet. X-ray pocket and tag. That was yesterday's 10:30 premiere video. And this is what we made. Okay, so there's our X-ray pocket, and this is our tag. And we have our distressed on the edge there. So we'll be able to mark that off of the list. And so again, that's my X-ray pocket and tag. And then our Zoro pocket. And it is filled. And these were all items that were in my thing. This was from the things that I did from the Friday freebie. Don't know where that is from. I have a little tiny tag. This was in one of my things. I folded over the pieces down here. There's your Dear Julie Julie digital. There's inking and this fun pansy piece. And so, yeah, so there's my Zoro pocket. And we have folded here. We folded. And the ripped is part of making your Zoro pocket. So I will be showing that also again. Okay, so what can we go ahead and, let's see, if I come over here, you know what, we're going to pretend like this is a bigger page. This is not the one that does that. Darn. The Friday freebie, the finished one, you are able to make it into a pocket and things are not upside down. Okay, let's go ahead and not use that page. We'll come up here and use a page from, so this is the rest of what the Patreons got. Different levels, depending on your level, is what you actually receive. Okay, do I want to do that? Possibly. Oh, it might be pretty on there. Okay. Okay, so, okay, so if I use a piece from, and now it's gone again. I was like, oh no, don't use that. And then I changed my mind. Okay, so I'm going to use this cool piece here. So I'm going to cut out a panel. Your panel can be half page, just whatever's going to fit into your journal. Okay, so this is going to give you a Friday freebie idea. Using Tom's cool picture that he took. Okay, and I have some little tiny envelopes, little tiny ones. I think they are so cute. And so I am going to put those on here. We will ink them. So inking is one of our, counts as one of the things done. So this way you'll have a video of how to make the envelope. What is that called? Pair of pockets on a panel. Okay, this is your pair of pockets on a panel. So there's one pocket. And I'm gonna, this one, I'm gonna close. Okay. So we'll ink it. Oh, this is the side you're gonna see. Now, if you're using an envelope that you made, you might not put it all the way together. You might leave it so that you can put something in there like that. So these two pieces are going to get put, I'm going to put them like this on my page. Okay. Okay, so you put your top one down first. Top envelope goes down first. On this grungy page. And then this one goes down next. Okay, and there you go. So we'll be able to put something in there, something inside here, something inside here, and something inside here. Now, the thing that you put inside here can help keep that closed, and that's, that'll be fine. Okay, so we have our two pockets added. You're going to want to add a Dear Julie Julie digital. I'm going to reach into the butterflies that I have already cut. Grab a butterfly. I'm going to get rid of that. And I'm going to use that down here as my closure for this. If you think you need it to be a little stronger, you can have cut these on cardstock, or you can back it, or you can put it on something else that's helping to hold it. Okay, well, there's my Dear Julie Julie digital. Okay, so I have my two envelopes on my panel. And so there's the panel, the two envelopes on the panel. That's the base. Everything else that you add is your extra items. So we need to add a Dear Julie Julie digital. We've done that. Now we need to do three things to it. We did go ahead and we added the ink. And I think on this one, this is probably going in my other journal since we're using this, because I already made one and it's for that journal. Okay, so we could go ahead and grab a sticker. Ooh, that's kind of pretty. Oh, I think we'll put the sticker on here. Yeah, okay, so sticker. So we've inked it, we've added a sticker. Okay, inked it, added a sticker, and you know what, how about some of the tape, because you know that's like my favorite product from 2023. And okay, there's that. So those are the three things. And let's see. I'm going to grab my dictionary page that I've been using, and I'm going to add a little bit of that also. Okay. Okay, so so there you go. We have our pair of pockets on a panel, and then you're going to be able to add that into your journal. Okay, pair of pockets on a panel, and then that can be added onto a page. Like I said, this is going to go in my other journal that I'm making, but it could go in here, and it could go right on a page. It could go on your cover. Okay, so pair of pockets on a panel. I'm going to put this in with my the folio that I made yesterday eventually. Okay, so one more we'll make real quick, and that is, I mean, we've done this before, but I have a time card that came in one of my packages, I believe, or I might have taken it with me. I don't quite remember. And we're gonna make a hidden journaling card out of a card. Okay, hidden journaling card out of a card. Very simple. We're gonna go ahead and close this card. Okay, so I'm gonna go around, close this card. Putting glue on the, I don't want them to like separate, and okay, so they're gluing that down. The time card is going to be my card that's going to go on the inside. Okay. So you could look at this and go ahead and go, okay, I could come down right across here. I could cut this here, but that's not what I want for this one. I actually want to go ahead. I'm just going to come right across here. And so this is still drying, but we'll go ahead and cut across, maybe. Okay, so there I have this part, and here I have this. Okay, so I have two pieces. I'm going to have this right here. What I want to do is, I think I like the name, and this part right here will go up inside. Okay, so that will go up inside, and So if I come down here to the third day and cut across, that should work. And then if I can find my corner rounder, and we'll round the corners here. Okay, then we'll add glue to my edge here. So Kara Brandon is where I first saw this. So and we have done this several different ways, using envelopes, using cards, using paper, making envelopes and doing it. Just all different ways of using items. This is a great thing to do if you have an envelope that you can't open. Okay, it's sealed itself. This is an embellishment that you can make with those envelopes. Do you have any of those? Yeah, let me know in the comments. Do you have any of those envelopes that have swollen shut? Okay, Houston, we have a problem. Come down here and see what's going on. Okay, yeah, it's going to go in. It just... And sometimes... easy come, easy go. Okay, I need to glue this over closer to the edge that was the folded edge, because it's getting caught on the other side. Okay, so I was able to take it out because I'm using a liquid glue that was still wet. If I'd have been using one of my glues that are not wet, that might not have worked to be able to take it off. Okay, so we'll put that in there just like that. Okay, now I want to do something here. I've got this that I could put on kind of like a curtain. I'm thinking that that's what I want to do. Oh gosh, we got a lot of fraying going on. I'm afraid so. Okay. So Tom and I have been trying to put together a tent thing out of like 5 different. As we got all the poles out, and we were able to get the poles. Okay, poles we had. This is a box that came from the church for this picnic that we are in charge of. That's coming up at the end of April. So yeah, I do have a life besides what I do here. So we've been working on that, and it's like, oh my gosh, you need 6 and there's 5, and you need 3 and there's 2, or you need 3 and there's 5. And in the end, we did not come up with a full everything to put one tent together, but there are parts to at least 4. This was from, it was there before we were home, safer at home. All the pieces were there at the last picnic that we did. But we haven't been in charge of anything, or we hadn't been to storage thing. And well, since then, we had not done any of that. So, but it was fun. And it was interesting. So we did, like I said, we set up, we got the poles and everything. So we had the skeleton of a tent. This is a tent for a picnic. For it's not an easy up. It's kind of like one of those ones you would buy to put over a car, but it has sides on it, and that's where we usually do the food, so that while we're waiting for everything, it can be enclosed. So yeah, so that happened. So, and then I'm hoping we don't have to go do our other volunteer thing tonight. I'm just not up for it. But you know what? It is daylight savings time here. It is not dark anymore. So we can actually see and be able to interact with the community and stuff. So we'll see. I just don't, I don't like getting in the uniform. That's the primary thing. But it's funny when we go to the station and they'll go, oh, it's date night, because that's what we've told them when we first started doing it. Now that we can do it again, yeah, this is date night, because we're the two of us stuck in the car driving around town. But it is cool, and yeah, but I just, okay, so I'm gonna add a butterfly for the Dear Julie part of this, and I've got this little guy here, and you know what, I'm gonna add, I know I need to add messy string as my M, and we've got gold in here, so I'm going to add a messy string. So when I'm not using the mess from the sewing machine, I like to go ahead and go over 3 fingers, go over 2 fingers, come back around 3, go ahead and cut it off, grab the mess and twist it. So I'm trying to find a center, twist it, and then I usually use a piece of double-sided tape. Okay, so a piece of double-sided tape, and go around it. Okay, and that helps to keep it all together. Gosh, my fingers don't want to help. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and I'm going to push that down, okay, and then I should be able to pull that back. Nope, no such luck. Okay, we're going to go with the other way of doing this. We'll go ahead and put some fabric tack. You see, I'm decorating the top flannel, the top flannel, the top part of the card here. Okay, put you back. I'm going to make a little puddle here. This is fabric tack, so it'll dry quickly. Since I'm struggling with my double-sided tape here, we'll go with puddle method. Okay, so I'm going to twist it and put it in the puddle. Get as many strings to attach. Whoa, wow, that's a mess. Yep, I did welcome you to the messy desk, right? Okay, we got a little bit of gobbledygook. I'm going to use that here on this and add that. And so I've added fabric, some of the backing from the drywall tape, and the messy string, and some washi to my hidden journaling card. And if I'm worried, whoa, sorry about that. You're plugged in, so you almost flew right off of the desk. So we're going to go ahead and staple that. Okay. So staple counts also as one of your decorating items. Okay, so the base was the card with the card on the inside, your hidden journaling card. Okay. And then I added the Dear Julie Julie digital, and I've got the other things added as well. At this time, I'm not going to ink this because I did not ink the invitation one or the wallpaper one that I made using the same card. And again, these cards I got at a flea market when I was at the gathering. When I went, I was only able to take a carry-on and a personal item. So I did not take a bunch of stuff with me. So I bought stuff at the flea market. Okay. Yeah, so we have all of these items made, and now I can check off my my hidden journaling card. And so yeah, I think that's exciting to be able to mark that off. And yeah, so those are the items that I've got made so far. So stay tuned. In the next few days, we'll be making other pieces. Don't forget that tomorrow is a Friday and we have the Friday freebie. We will also have our last drawings for the Do the Thing until I research about that. And so thank you guys again so very much. And go make a pair of pockets on a panel and your hidden journaling card. And if you have any questions about these, let me know in the comments down below. Have an amazing day. I'll see you tomorrow. Bye. Bye-bye. Oh, the link to the challenge is in the description box down below. There's still plenty of time, and we'd love to have you join us. Bye-bye.